Okay, geometry, we are here to go over your Unit 1 test, first test in Unit 8. All right, here's the polygon shown below. Let's go ahead and count the number of sides. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides. So the name of that polygon is an octagon. Okay. It's an octagon, right? It's an A. Okay. What is the sum of the interior angles? The number of sides minus 2 times 180. And when you do that on your calculator, whether you use Desmos or the one in Schoology, you will get 1080 degrees. Now, if it is a regular polygon, what's the measure of just one interior angle? Well, we're going to take that sum and divide it by how many there are, and there are 8 interior angles. When you take 1080 and divide by 8, you should get 135 degrees. Number 2, this has 5 sides, so it's a pentagon. The sum of the exterior angles, so that's always 360 degrees. And if it's a regular polygon, what's the measure of just one exterior angle? Well, we're going to take our 360 and we're going to divide by how many there are, which there should be 5 exterior angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when we do that, we get 72 degrees. Number 3, now we have to state the most specific name for each figure. First one is definitely going to be a square. 2 is a quadrilateral. Now, number 3 has one set of parallel sides, so that's a trapezoid. And number 4 has 2 sets of parallel sides, so that is a parallelogram. Number 5 has all sides the same measure. Doesn't say anything about the angles, so that's a rhombus. And number 6 has one set of parallel sides, and it also has, so we know it's a trapezoid, but more specifically, this pair of legs here is the same measure. So that's the same as an isosceles triangle, right, with its head cut off. That's an isosceles trapezoid. Number 4, solve for x. All right, we know that this shape below is a parallelogram, so we are going to set 20x equal to 80 degrees and divide both sides by 20. So we get the value of x is 4. And then it asks for the measure of angle T. Well, if we know that angle Q is 80 degrees and consecutive angles inside a parallelogram are supplementary, then the measure of angle T will be 100 degrees because 100 plus 80 is 180 degrees. Number 5, the shape below is a parallelogram, so we know that the opposite sides are congruent. So we go ahead and set 5x minus 3 equal to 12. Add 3 to both sides, just solving using our algebra skills now. Divide both sides by 5, and we get the value of x is 3. Number 6. We're going to take this information and put it on our diagram. It's not already on there. LW is 18 and WN is x plus 6. Okay, we know that this is a parallelogram, so the diagonal has been bisected. That means the diagonal has been cut perfectly in half. So we go ahead and set x plus 6 equal to 18. Subtract 6 from both sides, and we get the value of x is 12. We're almost done here. A couple more. All right, choose the correct answers. Okay, from the drop-down menu. All right, so CE is 21. So that's a diagonal. And, oh, the directions are right above this. On the shape below, CD is parallel. Let me put a little. Parallel. Oh, that's terrible. I should probably try that again. Maybe I'll just do better on this one. There we go. CD is parallel to BE, and CB is congruent to DE. Now we have the information that CB is congruent to DE on the diagram already, right? Okay, so now that we've got our information on our diagram, the lengths of the diagonals are given below. Okay, so we know that since this is an isosceles trapezoid, based on the information that we were given about the diagram, we know that the diagonals should be the same measure. They should be congruent. So we know that 4x plus 9 should equal 21. So, I guess I should have answered the first question first. This is an isosceles trapezoid. And now we're asked to solve for x, so we subtract 9 from both sides and set 4x equal to, what is that? 12? Divide both sides by 4, and I'm getting x equals 3. All right. All right, they tell us that ABCD given below is a rhombus. All right, so we know it's a rhombus. That makes all the sides the same measure. So that's how you solve for x. So we're going to set 4x minus 1 equal to 2x. Shoot, I should erase that because I can't read that. That's 2x plus 15. So now we're just solving for x. And we get 2x equals 16. So that makes x equal 8. N, how do we solve for n? All right, so we have, here is our n. Let me show you right here, right? This is the only n I think in the diagram. Yep. 8n plus 2, and that's the n that we have to solve for. All right, so I just went ahead and solved for you. You can see that we're told this is a rhombus, right? So that means that the diagonals should bisect the angles, meaning if this angle is cut directly in half, then the 66 should be the same measure as 8n plus 2. So we go ahead and set that equal to each other and solve for n, and we get n equals 8. And I checked my answer, and that's correct. All right, what's the measure of angle D? Okay, in a rhombus is a parallelogram. Opposite angles are congruent. So if the measure of angle B is 48 degrees, and that makes the measure of angle D also 48 degrees. And the last problem, JKLM given below is a kite. If the measure of KLM, let me look here, KLM is 96 degrees, draw that on the diagram, now we're asked to find the length of NM. So we know that if this is a kite, the measure of this length here, we'll call it a diagonal, the measure of this length here, 10, is also equal to this NM. So that means that NM equals 10. Now we're asked to find the measure of angle NLM. Where's N? NLM. And we're also asked to find, that's right there, and we're asked to find the measure of NKL. So let me just put these little marks here. We're asked to find the measure of this angle, okay, and that should just be half of 96. So if you just do 96 divided by 2, you will get 48 degrees. Can you hear my dogs barking? Oh my gosh, it's so distracting. Last question here. The measure of NKL is right here. Okay, I thought I had run out of time, but I didn't. Okay, so the measure of NKL, is right here. That means that if I were to redraw this in green here, that right triangle here, we know that these diagonals they're perpendicular. So if this angle is 90 degrees and this angle is 48, I'm just redrawing the angle over here, that means the angle that we're looking for, we just subtract 90 and 48 from 180 degrees, because sum of all the interior angles in any triangle is 180. So you just do 180 minus 90 minus 48, and you get the measure of that angle is 42 degrees. And that's just from a right triangle. All right, that's it. Peace out.